Hey everyone, Azul Ryu here once again for part 2 of my Gyarados collection. Last time I believe we stopped at, nope. Yes, okay. So we stopped at here. These are, I just finished explaining the Greek flips card. Love this image right here specifically. I just love the action pose. I never see Gyarados in this kind of pose versus this is very common as well as um, that that that's his most common pose. I want to say. Um, Going into more detail, I forget if I believe this is a Bandai card. I mostly collect cards only if they feature Gyarados as one of the main aspects of the flat. To be more accurate, I collect Gyarados flats. So anything that's flat, whether it's a box, it's a picture, something official, sometimes unofficial, I collect. As long as it's mostly to do with Gyarados. So as much as I love Golduck, I don't really care about Seeking or Cloyster, but Gyarados is right there. He's the biggest one of them all. He's in this collection. This is actually a really cool little gem. This is from a Nintendo 64 mini Pokemon card pack. I got this for wicked cheap. Nobody else was paying attention to it. And one of the cards was a holographic Gyarados. There were very few holographic cards, and all the other ones were pretty insignificant. So I loved adding this to my collection. It's a huge pride and joy of mine, despite it being so small. My second thing is Gyarados Tommy Scratch cards. Love this art. This is one of my favorite arts. As you can tell, it's in this one as well. And it's also featured on Missy's Gyarados. I absolutely love it, and you can see it down here. I love the artwork on this. It shows Gyarados' ferocity. And yeah, I'll show you the back of this. The one in front is unscratched, while the one in back is scratched. So you'll see the scratch back and kind of see what goes on. This is a Cardass, I believe, guest Pokemon movie promo for, I'm not sure if it's actually a promo, I think it's just part of the series of Gyarados. I love this because this shows him using Hyper Beam against Mewtwo before he gets knocked out. But anyways, I love the art. I love the colors. I love the capture. You don't really see Gyarados cards like this. Next is one of my favorite cards. It is a Cardass sticker card, holographic, and I just love everything about this. I got it online, and yeah, no, there's very little to say, so much to say though. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. This took me forever to find. Recently, within the last few months, Pokemon came out with a Hanafuda card series. It's like a playing game. There's different kinds of Hanafuda cards, but it's based off of traditional Japanese art. And as you can see in this one, it features Dragonite and Gyarados, and I absolutely love it. Just kind of looking at the back here, and you can tell this is Greek. It's a flip-flop. Back there. Back of the mini card, some stats and everything. So this is, I guess there was like a card game mechanic to the Tommy cards, but they didn't really see much play. That's the back of the Hanafuda card. Once again, another awesome pose of Gyarados. So yeah, and so those are the non-TCG cards. I originally started with the TCG and Wizard cards, but I kind of stemmed off going further than that, as you can tell. But I always like showing these part of my series because it really captures interest. A lot of people have commented on how unique this collection is, and that's kind of why I love it. I love showcasing this part because it really captures everybody. Whereas the last parts are kind of more intimate in terms of they have a story to tell. So continuing on, I'm not going to remember all the series of the cards, but just to give you a look, I have different versions underneath of these. I need the Japanese version of this. I need a few Japanese versions of a lot of these things. The Sky Ridge, I really like. I have the championship card of this, the one with the silver border and the signature. As you can tell, because that's in back the World Championships. All in pretty decent condition, I actually might want to say. I'm trying to get the pre-release of this. Pre-release would be right here. This was hard to get, but I absolutely love the fact that I was getting it. I love how some of these cards have the golden lettering and then the silver star. You really can't see in the camera, but it's there. So, more from Gyarados. This was really hard. I finally got 2 of them for $8 each, and they usually sell for about $15 and more. Giovanni's Gyarados. One of the first cards that I got. These aren't part of the original 5. The original 5 is in the back. I have a few extras of these, Japanese and first edition. I love this card. This was a Gyarados promo card. I love it. It reminds me of the Japanese painting, the Tidal Wave. I can't remember the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but some of you out there will be watching and know what it's called, and it just reminds me so much of that. Continuing on, different versions of this one. We have the reverse, the shatter foil, and the regular hollow, but Japanese. I have a regular hollow behind this one. Pre-release Dark Gyarados, first edition Dark Gyarados, Japanese Dark Gyarados. I also have an original 5 of these. This is mint. I pulled it from actually this pack. So I was wicked excited because I only bought one, and mostly for the cover art alone. So I was wicked stoked to get it. You can tell I'm from Massachusetts just because I use Wicked. So yeah, no, that's a beautiful card. I love the VS series. Not so much Claire's, but Lance's Gyarados, I absolutely love. It's turned out to be one of my favorite cards. Both of them first edition, because I believe they were only released in first edition. Continuing. Gyarados out of the wazoo. So, base, Japanese, Shadowless, first edition Shadowless, legendary, regular hollow, legendary, complete hollow. Also part of the original 5 is Missy's Gyarados, Japanese, first edition, the promo Red Gyarados, Japanese promo Red Gyarados, for I believe it was Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Gyarados X, love this card, absolutely love it. Got it for wicked cheap. Been trying to get the English version, but for some reason they're more expensive than Japanese cards. So we'll see how much luck I have with that. My second favorite card is actually one of my favorite cards, maybe not my second favorite, is the Gyarados Delta series. I got 2 versions of this card, but one version had the X Holon, Holon Phantoms, and the red light, the gold text, as well as the gold star. I have the Japanese version. I have regular Shining Gyarados, and the Lucky Stadium. I believe it's the Lucky Stadium. As you can see, there's a miniature Gyarados on the screen there. It was part of a promo series. I have a friend, Blake, also known as Time Waster, who helped me out. I joined these forums not too long ago, upcccproboards.com, and they've really helped me out with my collection and everything. And he told me that I didn't have this. I didn't even know there were trainer cards. I've been looking over all the trainer cards I could think of to see if there was one, but we'll get to the original 5 in the last video, which will be very short. So I'll see you there.